Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Newmarket Racecourse here on Friday. It is the 7th of October 2022. Going to look at the stakes races on the program from Newmarket, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for racecourses around the world. Let's look at the stakes action from Newmarket. We have 5 races to look at: the first, second, third, fourth, and eighth race. So the 150, the 225, the 3 o'clock, the feature 335, and the 550. So a lot of races to get to. Starting off with the first race, the 150, which is the Group 3 Cornwallis Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses, going for an $81,000 purse. Races for 2-year-olds here. We have a field of a dozen horses going 1,000 meters or 5 furlongs on the turf course. I'm going to take here the 2-horse Crispy Cat as a top selection. Let's go 2-11-3 in your tri-cash trifecta. 2-11-3 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection 2-horse Crispy Cat. 2-year-old colt by our dad. Ryan Moore gets on this one. The horse's most recent outing came the 11th of September at Doncaster. 5 furlongs in the Group 2 Flying Childer Stakes. And the horse finished third by 4.5 lengths that day. And he just kind of stalked. The 2 in front of him just had the better pace on him. Maybe first off the 6-week refreshing, he needed the race. Coming back here with a quick turnaround. Going to be a very fresh horse. I think he could find the winner's enclosure. 2 back in the Group 2 Richmond Stakes at Goodwood. 6 furlongs, 20th of July. And the horse finished fourth by 3 lengths that day. Had a little bit of a wide trip. He was under the drive, but just not really excelling. I thought he just lost too much ground that day, which cost him. And then the Group 2 Gain Railway Stakes at the Curragh, 6 furlongs, 25th of June. Finishing 6 by 4.5 lengths that day. The horse was with them early on, but then I just thought she was a little bit too close to the pace, hitting the wall late. Coming here down in class, off the bench, off some decent runs as of recently, I think a 5-1 the horse could find the winner's circle. Let's take him here at 5-1. So to recount my selection for the 150, the opener from Newmarket, it's the Group 3 Cornwallis Stakes. Let's take the 2-horse Crispy Cats. Let's go 2-11-3 in your tri-cash trifecta. The second race, the 225, it is the Group 3 Oh So Sharp Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses, going for an $81,000 purse. Races for 2-year-old fillies here. 11 horses going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. Let's take the 7-horse Rage of Bambi. 7-3-2 in the tri-cash trifecta for me. 7-3-2 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection 7-horse Rage of Bambi. 2-year-old filly by Saxon Warrior. Charlie Bishop is on this one for Eve Houghton. The horse's most recent outing came 23rd of September at Newmarket, 7 furlongs in the Group 2 Rockville Stakes, and the horse finished third by 4 lengths that day. And the horse was with them early on, just kind of had hit the wall late. Just couldn't keep up with those slightly better horses. Not the world's toughest, Oh So Sharp today with a step down class. I think with more forwardly paced, the horse could really find the winner's enclosure. 2 back in a Class 4 Fillies novice race at Leicester, 7 furlongs, 6 September. The horse won by 3.5 lengths, and she broke on top. She quickened up nicely, even with a heavyweight. It was a very good run for her there. And then the debut at Newbury in late June, 6 furlongs in Class 4 Fillies novice. She won by a nose. She was all out. She got there in the nick of time. A very, very good run. Coming here today at 5-1, I think she's loaded, along with the 3-horse Immortal Beauty. Ryan Moore's on this one. Most recently in the Dick Pool at Salisbury over the 6. The horse finished fourth by 4 3/4 lengths that day and just never really got going. But the 2 races before in the Racing League handicap at Lingfield, she won by 1.5 lengths. Even with a wide post dress, she really put on a show. And the one in Phillies handicap in Newmarket before that, even easier. Coming here today at 12-1. If there's going to be an upsetter, it could be her. Use her in the play spot. To recount my selection for the 225, the second race from Newmarket, it's the Group 3 Oh So Sharp Stakes. Let's take the 7-horse Rage of Bambi. Give kudos to the 3-horse Immortal Beauty. 7-3-2 tri-cash trifecta. 7-3 in your play spot. The third race at 3 o'clock now from Newmarket, it is the Group 2 Challenge Stakes. It's a Group 2 event for Class 1 horses, going for a $162,000 purse. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. 8 horses are going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. Gonna take the 6-horse Sacred. Let's go 6-3-5 in your tri-cash trifecta. 6-3-5 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection 6-horse Sacred. 4-year-old filly by Exceed Excel. William Haggis trains this one. Tom Marquand gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the 16th of September at Newbury. 7 furlongs in a listed stakes, and the horse by 6.5 lengths that day. And basically, out of all the replays I've seen in a while, this is probably the most easiest victory. She settled, she quickened up, and she kept going. She could have probably won by more, but it was just basically a walk in the park. Considered to a race before against the boys in the Group 2 City of York Stakes at York over the 7 furlongs during the Ebor meeting. She finished 6 by 6.5 lengths, and she was on the drive and just got beat by better horses that day. I do think she was a weird favorite at 7-2 there. And then before then, the Group 2 Lennox at Goodwood, 7 furlongs, 26th of July. She finished 5th by 1/2 lengths that day, and she ran decently. She quickened up a lot, but the few in front of her both had to turn a foot. But with the small margin victory, I didn't think it was a half bad race. Coming back to Newmarket today, she ran here most recently in the 1,000 Guineas of 2021, where she ran horribly. But since then, she's really run these better races. At 6-5, I'm going to use her. I think you also have to use the 3-horse Pogo. William Buick's on this one for Charlie Hills. Most recently in the City of York, the horse finished second by 1/4 lengths that day, and again, really had a good turn of foot to get the place there. In the Hungerford before that, Newbury, the horse just never really got going, and then had a very good third in the Lennox. Coming here with a horse won back in June. Watch out for this horse on the ticket at a bit of an upset, or a small bit of an upset, shall I say. It's only 3-1. But to recap my selection for the third race, the 3 o'clock from Newmarket, it is the Group 2 Challenge Stakes. Let's take the 6-horse Sacred. Give kudos to the 3-horse Pogo. 6-3-5, Tri-Cash Trifecta. 6-3 in your place pod. The fourth race, the 335, it's the Group 1 Bet365 Fillies Mile. It's a Group 1 event for Class 1 horses, going for a $714,000 purse. Race for 2-year-old fillies here. 8 horses are going 1,600 meters or a mile on the turf course. I love here the number 3-horse commissioning. I'm gonna go 375 in your Tri-Cash Trifecta. 375 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection of 3-horse commissioning. This 2-year-old filly by Kingman here. John and Thady Gosden trains. Rab Haviland gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came the Group 2 Rockville Stakes in Newmarket. 7 furlongs on the 23rd of September. The horse won by 2 3/4 lengths that day, and she stalks. She slowly moved her way up, and she got the turn of foot easily with the headgear on. It was an all-around good run. Getting Haviland back on with the coming here today, I think the horse is really on the improve. Wondering where Frankie is today. Is he suspended or is he riding somewhere? I didn't look over all the other cards today. That's somebody comment below. Where's Frankie in the world today? 2 back, the horse ran in Newmarket 30th July, 7 furlongs in a Class 4 Fillies Novice. The horse won by 3.5 lengths there, and again the horse really stalked. She slowly moved her way up again, and she just kept going. Another very easy run off of 2 very easy runs. Has forwardly paced, has the blinkers to concentrate her towards the front end. I love her a lot. The only problem is she's a bit of a very, very short price. Upset her, the 7-horse Polly Pot, one of her last 4, but I would really have to show up to win. She won at 40-1 last time out on the Park Hill, but I just don't think anybody's beating commissioning this today. So to recount my selection for the fourth, the 335 from Newmarket, it is the Group 1 Fillies Mile. Let's take the 3-horse commissioning. 375 in your Tri-Cash Trifecta. So we're going to head over to the nightcap, the 8th race event from Newmarket, which is the Group 3 Pride Stakes. It's a Group 3 event for Class 1 horses, going for a $108,000 purse. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards, fillies mares only. 14 horses are going 2,000 meters or a mile and a quarter on the turf course. Going to take the 3-horse here, Creative Flair. Let's go 375 in your Tri-Cash Trifecta. 375 Tri-Cash Trifecta. Top selection of 3-horse Creative Flair. 4-year filly by DeBowie. Charlie Appy trains one. William Buick gets the mount. And the horse's most recent outing came stateside on the 16th of July at Saratoga. A mile and 1/8 on the turf course in the Group 1 in the Grade 1 Diana Stakes. And the horse finished 6 by 36 lengths that day and just never really showed up. And Italian and technical analysis really put on a show. It was decent Grade 1 quality horses for the division. This horse just wasn't getting there, especially first off the bench. 4th of February was the previous race at Maidan. A mile and 1/8 in the Group 2 Balanchine, where the horse won by 3/4 length, and she had the blinkers on that day. She stalked, she quickened up nicely. Another very easy race there. And then over the mile 3/8 at Belmont last September in the Jockey Club Oaks, she finished 4th by 3 3/4 lengths that day, and she just kind of hit the wall. She weakened out of it, wasn't staying the trip, and then she ran a very good 3rd place finish in the Saratoga Oaks behind Cone Lima and Higher Truth, where she just, it was just a little bit too wide, which cost her. Hasn't found the winner's circle in the UK since the 10th of June of 2021. That came in the mile and 1/8 listed stakes, where the horse won by a half length and basically put on a show. When she has the headgear on, she really concentrates. I like the stand side post. close draw. 8-1 Godolphin and Buick. You don't see very often, so you better take it. The 7-horse Villa de Grace. I think is another likely winner. Most recently at Yarmouth over the mile and a quarter in the Fillies listed stakes a few weeks ago. She finished third by 3/4 length, and she needed the race there. She just couldn't get the good turn of foot. Back to Newmarket where this horse won the race last year. I'm going to give this horse a shot. She's actually, loves this mile, the Rolling Mile. So to recap my selection for the 550, the 8th race from Newmarket, it's the Group 3 Pride Stakes. Let's take the 3-horse Creative Flair. Give kudos to the 7-horse Villa de Grace. 375 Tri-Cash Trifecta, 37 in your place pod. So good luck to all, and please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.